Welcome. I know you're looking at the title like, what? You doing what? Dude, you already did a review and didn't really care much about the show, and I still don't. But this is a themed show, and it is Halloween Havoc, so I decided take a look at it. Now, you guys know I don't watch NXT barely at all before the change, and I have really not watched it after the change. So I don't really know a lot about what's going on. But I do know at least enough to give a basic idea of how this theme show went down. If it was good, it was bad, it was ugly, it was shit, whatever you want to call it. Just what I thought about the show, its presentation, how they presented their wrestlers, how they made people mean something, the cinematics. That's what you're about to get. So, opening of the show was a women's triple threat tag team ladder match. Now, the presentation of the match was sloppy. Let's be honest. Ladder matches are always very sloppy, no matter how you play it. And when people who have never done it before try to do it for the first time, it is really bad. Now, I'm not saying they couldn't wrestle a certain amount to make it look good. And when it came to toxic, what was it? I forgot about Mandy Rose's group. What is it? Toxic Attraction. There you go. With the two women in there, one of them had some really I think, no, I'm not going to put no images in there because this is not a normal video. Pretty much, Toxic Attraction got some very good looking women with some nice boobs. But was the show overall showing of this, was it good? It wasn't a bad match. I'm not going to tell you it was bad. It wasn't. It did look a little scary when I saw Io Shirai fall from the top of that ladder onto, really awkwardly, onto the laid across ladder. She didn't land very well. She looked like she landed very bad. And eventually Toxic Attraction won, which I was not surprised. I've been hearing the rumors that Toxic Attraction is supposed to be now the new AKA Undisputed Era. Since Adam Cole's not there, they thought they'll just try to make up for it by making a new Undisputed Era but with women. Nothing wrong with it as long as you book it properly. I'm telling you right now, if you don't book it properly, it looks bad, who's going to care? But from what I've heard, they're being booked pretty well. So this is what you get. Now, Chucky was there a couple of times, and they had the spinning wheel where Chucky is a presentation of it, and they pick your poison out of it. Now, Diamond Mine, which I have heard, how can I say this? When Odyssey Jones showed up to go up against Robert Strom, I do remember him. And pretty much, Diamond Mine said, we are not giving a chance to a big fat ass like you, because the guy who basically is the manager, but I don't remember his name, he said, this is for 205-pound guys, not a fat ass like you said. You ain't getting it. But then Robert Strom said, I'll deal with him. I'll take him. And then we had our match, which wasn't a bad thing. Wasn't great, though. Not because Robert Strom did a bad job. Robert Strom is a veteran. He knows how to handle himself. Odyssey Jones still looks very awkward in the ring. And when it was Vic Joseph, as well as the, how can I say this? Once it comes to, I gotta say this. When they said there's no one like Odyssey Jones, I thought immediately of Keith Lee. Basically, he's Keith Lee, but slower. Odyssey Jones is still green, and worse yet, he's not a very fast wrestler. So when you look at him, he's got potential to be a power wrestler. But to say that he's unique and nobody's there, no, not buying it. I think his name is Stu Barrett. It's been a while since I thought of Wade Barrett. Stu Barrett, no. I don't agree with it. And it took Diamond Mine to distract a Odyssey Jones so Strom could actually give him a knee to the face. End it. Fine. But it really was obvious that Odyssey is still very green. Really green. but at least he does have potential to be a good power wrestler, not a very fast one. Now, we got, might as well get this over right now. When it came to Carmelo Hayes and his partner going over to Dexter Lumis's house, where the Johnny Gargano has now transitioned from being a wrestler to being basically working as I think he feels like a manager now. Pretty much, Johnny Gargano feels like a manager working for Dexter Lumis now. They basically did a cinematic in Dexter Lumis's house. Now, was it good cinematics? Yes, it was. It was actually quite well done. It was stupid in some cases, but it is Halloween and they gotta make it look stupid. In the end, Carmelo Hayes got his title back, running away like a bitch with his partner. I don't remember his name. But essentially, was it a good cinematic? Like I said, it was. Now, storyline-wise, I don't know what's going on between Dexter Lumis and Carmelo Hayes. I know he wants the North American title, but I don't know what the story is going in it. I don't know if he attacked him, and that is Carmelo Hayes. I don't know if Dexter Lumis attacked him. I don't know shit. I don't. I'm only going by the presentation, which was not too bad. The street fight between Mandy Rose and Gonzalez. Oh, Rachel Gonzalez. Oh my goodness. The woman of Titan Braun Strowman. Now, if you've never seen, I'm sure it's on YouTube, they did a Twitter video where she was exercising with him and pretty much flirting her ass off. Flirting with him while recording it. And making it very clear, this is my man. I'm flirting with him and I'm fucking with him. And he may not like it, but he wants me, so he's going to get it. This is what we got from a Raquel. What is it? Raquel, I can't remember her name. But let's put it like this. I think the reason I'm botching on Gonzalez's name was simply the match wasn't that great when it came to her. I'm not saying she's a bad wrestler. I'm not. But this didn't feel like a street fight. Most of that match was used with a kendo stick. Yes, they had tables. Yes, they had a couple of chairs. But it didn't feel like a street fight. It didn't feel like a street fight at all. At certain points, Raquel Gonzalez, that's her name, pretty much, unless I'm saying her name wrong, you guys can tell me below. She was so gentle to Mandy's in one couple of times. It looked like she didn't even hit her. It felt really, really not like a street fight. Even once Mandy Rose kicked the guns of Raquel Gonzalez and she trapped her in a chair. Then gave her a kick and she fell back. That was the only thing that felt really good from the match. Really. Now, mind you, I gotta say this. It's obvious she was gonna win because, like I heard the rumors that pretty much Toxic Attraction was going to get... Is it Attraction? I think it's Toxic Attraction. Pretty much they were going to get the titles and they were going to do an Undisputed Era type of angle. They were going to be the new Undisputed Era, but for women. I will say this about Mandy Rose. Taking away from her having now brunette hair and dressing very much like Lara Croft of Tomb Raider fame. I'm sorry. If you don't think she looks like Lara Croft, you got a damn thing coming. She looked like Lara Croft. Look. Those titties of hers are just fitting just right in her crop top. Well, in her one-piece top. That is basically Lara Croft. She is doing the Lara Croft. Flat out. And from what I understand, that's what she mostly does. She mostly dresses like Lara Croft. And here she really looks like Lara Croft, dressed like that. And she won. I will say she did a decent job wrestling. She was never known to be a very great wrestler. Here she has improved. I will give that to her. She looked a lot better than the last time I saw her with Otis last year. Dealing with I still don't understand. And I just heard a possibility that I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that. I'll leave that for a video. I'll leave it for Sonya Deville. I'll leave that alone. Maybe I will do a video about her dealing with Charlotte Flair, because if no one's seen my Gump report talking about how Charlotte Flair is, you should take a look at it. But essentially, she had improved. I was quite surprised. And that leads me into the NXT Tag Match, which it was another themed match with the wheel, and pretty much it was supposed to be a jack-o'-lantern lumberjack match. Why couldn't it just be a lumberjack match? And those are played out, so I'm not going to lie. It's a played out thing. But was it a good match? Yeah, until pretty much Lee and Carter probably almost broke their own necks. I really think Carter, when he tried to do, I'm not even going to describe it. He basically probably hurt himself more trying to make the stunt look good, trying to land on the guy supposed to catch him, than anything else. He literally took a full blow to the ground. Guys, they're over 8 to 10 feet in the air, and they didn't catch him. And he landed on the mats hard. I don't care who you are. At that height, your organs will feel it. Sometimes it's not worth doing the high flying, even though that's part of your stick. Sometimes it's not worth doing one, and that was Lee. He did a great helo. He did. But you didn't need to see Carter do something either. It wasn't necessary, and he hurt himself. I'm sure of it. In the end, Imperium won, which I was kind of surprised. But then I wasn't surprised, because Imperium is from NXT UK. It is a different kind of monster compared to regular NXT. It's different. So I wasn't surprised that Imperium won. Go figure. They decided to get rid of MSK. That was brought in by the Triple H and probably spotlighted by Joseph Park of TNA/Impact Wrestling days. I know Joseph Park managed to convince them to give them that shot. I'm sorry, guys. If you don't think it's true, there's no way. No way they couldn't gotten so far and win those damn titles so quickly unless someone vouched for them. And the only person that truly vouched for them the best, I know Jerry Borad, never liked Jeremy. But next to him would be Joseph Park. So I'm not surprised. He got them in, and now they're no longer champs because Vince is there. Now, one other thing to talk about was the Halloween party, which I really feel is played out. It would be nice not to do a Halloween party every year with WWE. Like when it comes to the Thanksgiving thing, it would be nice to change it up and not do a dumb Thanksgiving celebration. A Halloween party, the way they do it, is the same thing every single year. The only difference is it was in the back instead of at the ring, because they knew they had to do some work in the ring. Finally, which was the most surprising thing of the show, surprising in the title, Tommaso Champa versus Breaker, Rick Steiner's son. Now, I have to admit, I hadn't thought about the Steiner brothers in so long, I forgot Rick's first name. And when the match was going on, I'm going like, what is Scott's brother's name? And I had to go back and check. It had been so long since I thought about Rick, because he has been in wrestling for quite a while. Only Scott still wrestles to a certain extent. So, seeing his nephew, Scott's nephew in there, and Rick's son there, you know they want to book him properly. They want to make him mean something as a second-generation wrestler. I believe he's second generation. He shouldn't be third. But he had this match very early, and many people believe, including myself, that they're about to give Champa the axe. He's done. But that's not proper booking. And I didn't really think about it. The way NXT has been treated, look how NXT looks. It looks like it was designed by a 10-year-old. Very colorful, very, very lively. Not every wrestling fan likes something like that, and others do. But it does looks like something a kid would design. It does. It's very lively, very, very bright, and that's how some people will like it these days. So for Breaker, going along with the new NXT, many people believe he was going to win. So did I. Because I don't trust Vince. I don't trust Kevin Dunn, and I definitely don't trust Bruce Pritchard. They don't really care that much about the wrestlers or the fans. They treat them pretty badly, guys. So there was one thing I was thinking, but I should have thought about the other thing, which was if he is really going to be spotlighted by Vince, Vince is really hard on him, really got a hard on for the guy, maybe he may want to book him properly. Spotlighting him here, but not letting him win would be the wisest thing to do. Now, I thought while the match was going on, he was going to simply win clean, or if Champa had to win, he had to win dirty, so there would be an opportunity for him to get back later because he got cheated. No. Champa actually beat him clean, which was a wise thing to do because it spotlights the person you know will eventually be the true champion of NXT, and Champa will be done. That's what Vince really wants. He wants to convince people that he's making NXT better than Triple H, making it better than Paul, making sure that Champa didn't lose the title so quickly. He wants to build his guy that he believes is the right person to get the NXT title and then go to the main roster and get pushed there by booking him properly. So he gave him this spot here, let him wrestle, and now he's here. He was down here. Here's Champa. He just came up. This is him now. Next couple of months, and if Ciampa's still champion, he'll meet him, and then he will surpass him. That is the way Vince, if he's smart, will do it. He will not let Breakker have another match within the next month or two and then win it, because that really isn't great progression and building of a true wrestler and character. But you never know with Vince. Vince, he gets bored very easily, so you never know that maybe in a month's time he will go back after Ciampa again and then he'll beat him. You never know. But this is just me. I thought I'd give you this video on Halloween Havoc, saying pretty much it was surprisingly okay. I'm not saying it was great. It was okay to good. And that's the best I can say. Have a good day. Have a good night and peace.